Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. It is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm not fine yet, though improving. Kisumu is fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga today visited Toy Market. And that visit by Raila Odinga is significant politically speaking for 3 or 4 main reasons. Number one, Toy Market is in Kibra. Kibra is Raila Odinga's bedroom. That's where Raila Odinga normally go to whenever he's facing serious political challenge. But this time round, there was some fire tragedy that claimed the lives of 4 individuals. So Raila Odinga went to see the extent of the damage of the fire. So Raila Odinga went to just assess the damage caused by that fire. Number 2, Sakaja, the governor for Nairobi, who is currently working very closely with Raila Odinga, was actually chased like Burukenge from Toy Market when he went to condole with the victims of that fire breakout. And of course, you also know, number 3, that the visit by Raila Odinga to Toy Market was actually his first visit to Kibra after joining government. So in this video, I want us to focus on 2 main things: the objectives of Raila Odinga's visit to Toy Market, which is also going to shock you, and of course, focus more on part of a statement that he made. While in Toy Market, Raila Odinga claimed that William Ruto literally begged him to donate experts to his cabinet.
Sasa mmeona jamaa walikuwa mashindwa na kazi, wamevunja baraza ya mawaziri, wakaja kwetu kwamba tuwapatie watu. Si wakuwa mashindwa na kazi, wakaja wakasema wanapiga magoti chini, tafadhali mpatie sisi watu wenu ni wanajua. Naambia mwaka jana tulisema nataka 7 ifanywe nini? Ifanywe nini? Mambo yangekuwa tofauti sana kama ingefanyika. Unajua haya? Sio mashindwa. Tumewapata sasa wataalamu. Mtaona kama kazi inabadilika. Vijana we!
But before we go into all those details, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or 2, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. And again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to Lemfi. Lemfi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back into Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into Mpesa accounts in Kenya, Airtel Money accounts, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want us to focus on the objectives of Raila Odinga's visit to Toy Market before explaining to you guys why William Ruto literally begged Raila Odinga to donate expert to his team.
Nimekuja. Baba amekuja. Kwanza nataka kusema poleni sana. Poleni sana kwa hiyo mkasa ambaye mekumba nyinyi. Nilipata habari na sikuwa karibu. Nikasema mimi nitakuja Jumatatu.
So for me, the first objective of Raila Odinga's visit to Toy Market was about the fire tragedy. Let us listen to Raila Odinga.
Sasa na kwanza nataka kutoa risala ya rambirambi kwa wale ambao wameifiwa. Nilitumiwa picha ya mzoga ya mtu ambaye alichomeka hapa, inaonekana kama makaa. Nililia kabisa, iliona uchungu zaidi, maana kifo ya moto ni kifo mbaya sana. Sasa ubaya zaidi ni hii inafanyiwa na watu ambao ni binafsi, mbali wahalifu, wale ambaye miaka yote, miaka nenda rudi, wanataka kunyakua uwanja hii. Sasa ni miaka 30 na kitu ni kama mimi napambana na hao watu hapa. Tena nataka kutoa onyo hapa. Tangu vile tulianza kupiga na hao watu, hawatachukua hiyo uwanja hata wafanye kitu gani.
Number 2, Raila Odinga also used the visit to Toy Market to gauge the ground after joining government. As we all know, majority of Raila Odinga supporters never approved the move by Raila Odinga to allow the experts in quotes to join Kenya Kwanza government, because they believed that William Ruto had been cornered and that the Gen Zs were going to push William Ruto into a very tight corner, and that William Ruto was going to leave office, and probably the only other available option was going to be Raila Amolo Odinga. So I'm 100% convinced that Raila wanted to gauge the ground. The ground has been a bit hostile to anybody who is supportive of William Ruto's government. Number 3, it's also about the Gen Zs. You know, the Gen Zs won the hearts of Kenyans when they staged successful protests across the country. Raila Odinga has always been the face of protest. So when the Gen Zs emerged, Kenyans were like, Baba, weka kando. Let us deal with these guys. But Raila Odinga joined William Ruto, which meant he went against the Gen Zs. So Raila Odinga's visit was literally to gauge the mood of the Gen Zs on the ground. Can he still address them? And of course, I also know how politics operate. Raila Odinga also went to Toy Market as part of wider strategy to thwart the Gen Zs nane. Today is 5th. Tomorrow, 6th. Few days to nane. Then Raila Odinga goes to the ground, meeting his people. People are happy to see him. Then you expect the same people to go and go against him, especially in his stronghold. I don't think that's going to happen. And of course, definitely, Raila Odinga is also trying to consolidate his base. Raila Odinga is supposed to go to the AU. What next after he leaves the country? But let us now focus on why William Ruto begged Raila Odinga to donate members of his party, or expert for that matter, to join his cabinet. Before I do that, allow me to also take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names on the screen there for the cough which they sent to me earlier today. You can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Of course, you can also support the channel by pressing thumbs up button and of course by sharing the video. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think William Ruto begged Raila Odinga to donate experts to his team? Number 1, I think William Ruto wanted Raila Odinga to share part of the blame of the failure of Kenya Kwanza. Raila Odinga entered into some handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta. He carried the burden of Jubilee failures. Then William Ruto was also failing. Then he decided, okay, let me ask Raila Odinga for support. Let's negotiate. Then he has given Raila Odinga very critical docket, the docket of the finance and the energy. Those are the only two dockets in the Republic of Kenya where Kenyans always complain, either tax or fuel. So which means today, if Kenyans were to go to the street over tax or over increase of fuel, the person who will carry that burden is Raila Amolo Odinga. And William Ruto actually alluded to this over the weekend. So that's number one.
Na vile serikali ilikubali tukafunja baraza la mawaziri. Sasa tuko na broad based government, serikali, a government of national unity. Serikali ambayo iko na kila pembe ya nchi regardless of how they voted. And I want to appreciate what the head of state did, because the fact that the people of Nyanza voted for Raila Amolo Odinga, it doesn't mean that they are incapable of serving in our government as ministers. Na tunataka tushikane pamoja sisi wote. Sasa hivi mmesikia waziri ambaye anahusika na maneno ya treasury, mwenye kukusanya ushuru, amekuwa chairman wa ODM. Waziri mwenye anashughulika na maneno ya kawe ya stima, ambaye inahitaji pesa mingi sana, Opiyo Wandayi, kijana yetu kutoka hapa Siaya, amekuwa amekaa hapa Malakisi kwa miaka zaidi ya 12. Hapa Malakisi hapa. Hata iko watoto wengine hapo wako na masikio kama yake. Wake hata alikuwa anakaa hapo, iko maneno alifanya hapo, watoto wake wako hapo. Hiyo ni shemeji yetu. So mambo sasa imebadilika. William Ruto ambaye ndio rais yetu ni mtu ambaye anasikia sauti ya Wakenya na sauti ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Wale mawaziri ambao sasa hii tumewatoa huko kwa ODM, walikuwa wanaongea bungeni kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni. Eti unaweza kusanya ushuru kwa inji kuwe nyingi, upeleke maji, uunde stima, utengeneze barabara bila kupandisha ushuru. Na tukaona ni kama wako na akili. Ni kama hao wanaweza fanya miujiza, serikali kuwe na pesa nyingi kuliko kupandisha ushuru. Na ndio rais, tukamwambia rais, ukitaka inji yetu hii iende vizuri, wale ambao wanasema kwamba tunaweza zalisha uchumi, tunaweza tafuta pesa ya kujenga barabara, ya kupeleka stima, ya kuleta maji, bei ya mafuta iteremuke bila kuongeza ushuru, tukasema chukua wale wenye mbao wanasema pale, mmoja akwe ndio waziri wa stima na mwingine ndio akwe ndio waziri ya kukusanya ile ushuru.
Number two, William Ruto also wanted to set up Raila Odinga against Kenyans and of course against the Gen Zs. The truth is, the Gen Zs had placed William Ruto into a corner. They were really beating him. Then William Ruto saw an opportunity. He brought Raila Odinga and his team on board. He knew by bringing Raila Odinga and his team on board, he was going to slow down the Gen Zs. As a matter of fact, since Ruto and Raila working relationship became public, Raila Odinga's strongholds have actually gone slow on the demonstrations. I'm in Kisumu here, and I can swear that as much as there might be nane, but it's not going to be to the extent it would have been were it that Raila Odinga had not entered into some kind of arrangement with William Ruto. So William Ruto knew that for me to deal with the Gen Zs and their protests, let me bring Raila Amolo Odinga. And that's why at some point, if you followed the politics, there were those who were claiming that if you go to the street during the demonstrations, you'll find the Gen Zs, you'll find the police and Raila Odinga goons. So he has strategically managed to control Raila Odinga's strongholds. And of course, number three, he wants them in his cabinet for 2027, which begs the question, do you think Raila Odinga will be on the ballot in 2027? I doubt. What I know is that Raila Odinga will be going to the AU. And once Raila Odinga lands in the AU, he'll get comfortable. He will realize that the position is actually more powerful than probably the president of the Republic of Kenya. So he will stay there. And by staying there, William Ruto will succeed in persuading Raila Odinga's support base. And that's why William Ruto is trying to give the Luo nation a good share of the government so that they can feel part of the government, so that it will become easy for them to support William Ruto's bid. So for me, William Ruto is very calculative. I'm not so sure whether he's going to succeed. But what I can assure you is that in the Luo nation today, they have the Minister for Finance for the first time. They have Attorney General for the first time. They had the CDF for the first time. So Ruto is trying to make it very difficult for them not to vote for him. And the other reason why Ruto decided to bring Raila Odinga's members or supporters to his side is to deal with Rigathi Gachagua. If you followed Rigathi Gachagua's debate interview yesterday on Kikuyu vernacular stations, it is clear that Ruto wanted to achieve some objectives by bringing in Raila Odinga. And I can tell you that Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto are not going to go into the next election together. And lastly, William Ruto has been looking for the legitimacy. Despite the fact that he had the Kikuyus, that legitimacy question was still lacking. The Kikuyus, through Rigathi Gachagua, are now leaving him, which means without bringing Raila Odinga's side on his side, that legitimacy was still going to be hurt more. So William Ruto is trying to use these members of ODM to his cabinet to win the legitimacy. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. I hope the video is audible enough. At least I'm having a bit of the flu yesterday was so hard on me. My head was almost blowing up. Today my nose is blocked. It's free. Today my nose is blocked. At some point it's free. Yeah. So in the middle of doing this video, it got blocked. But I hope the delivery was fantastic. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye bye.